Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Liz. Thank you so much for clicking on this video today. Today we have a full coverage foundation routine, and I mean stay tuned. I have lots of tips and tricks for you guys. So before we begin, please consider subscribing to my channel if you aren't already, and make sure to give this video a big thumbs up if you want to see more tips and tricks from me. If you want to see how to get this flawless full coverage base, then keep on watching. Okay, today you are going to be learning lots of tips and tricks about a full coverage foundation routine. So let's get into it. Obviously I'm going to start off with the primer. This is the NYX The Face Glue Gripping Primer. Now a key thing about base makeup is skin prep. So before I go in with that, actually I'll tell you what I've used for my skincare today. Obviously I went in with like toner, washed my face, toner and stuff like that. And then I went in with the MAC Hyper Real Serumizer. This is absolutely perfect if you've got combination skin, dry skin, oily skin, any type of skin type. This will suit your skin. It's technically a serum, moisturizer and primer in one. But if you like to go extra, I've used a few different products as well. But the MAC Hyper Real range is so good. And then they've also come out with the Serumizer Eye, which is so perfect underneath the eyes for that perfect smooth and dry. And then I went in with the Hyper Real Skin Canvas Balm, which is a little bit thicker. I did go in with this like quite a few hours ago, so I did let it sink into my skin. That is a vital step for getting the perfect makeup base. Please ignore my hair as well. I am going to be sorting my hair out at the end of this video. But yeah, this is a little bit thicker, so if you've got more on the oily skin type, I probably wouldn't advise going in with this because it is a little bit thicker. You can see it there. When I tell you, the smell of these products is just insane. They all smell the same. I absolutely love them. See, MAC have bought the skincare out now and it's just amazing skin prep as well, so definitely get your hands on that if you haven't already. Just for reference as well, before we go into primer, I have very combination skin, so I get oily in my T-zone, so my nose and my chin get quite oily throughout the day. So around here it gets really oily, and here. If you do want me to do like go through different skin types, then do let me know in the comments down below. I am more than happy to do different skin types. Like if you've got really oily skin, I can do it for that. Yeah, this is just for my skin type personally. I get normal cheeks, normal to dry cheeks, and then I get quite a dry forehead, so just bear that in mind. So like I said, I'm first going to take the NYX Face Glue Primer. So this is really going to stick that makeup onto the skin and lock it in all day. What I always advise is blend that in until it starts to go tacky, and then you know to stop blending, because you don't want it too wet, but you don't want it too sticky either. And then like I said, I get quite oily around my nose and my chin, so I'm going to add a mattifying pore filling primer just for that reason. If you don't have this, then you're more than welcome to skip this step, and you are very lucky. This is the Beauty Crop Pore Filter Pore Blurring Primer. This is the mattifying and pore minimizing primer. This is perfect for around the nose and the chin. So I am just going to focus this on these areas. I'm really pushing that into the skin. I'm just going to take the excess on my forehead just to make it look smooth. Okay, so when the primers have settled, we're going to take a hydrating mist. This is the MAC Fix Plus. I don't know what I would do without this stuff, honestly. This makes your makeup look so incredible. I absolutely love it. So I'm going to spritz this. I'm going to cover my eyes though, because we don't want that to affect the eyes. I've missed a dramatic eye, guys. The first time in a while. So setting your base throughout the makeup is really going to help with those layers and keeping that makeup on for so long. So I'm just going to wait for that to dry, and then we're going to go in with foundation. But for foundation, we're going to be taking the Anastasia Beverly Hills Impeccable Blurring Second Skin Matte Foundation. I did a review on this and it was probably going to be up before this video, but I can confirmly say this is incredible. Especially if you've got more combination oily skin. Obviously I can't vouch for everyone what it's going to be like because everyone's different, But this is my perfect finish of foundation. Even though it says matte, I would say it's more on the satin matte vibe, but it does dry down. So I am going to pump 2 pumps. Yes, my face is lighter than my body. If you aren't new here, you'll know this step, but I love to take the foundation and warm it up on my skin. This is quite a thicker foundation. I find that this really helps to blend the foundation and make it look seamless. Obviously, if you've got spots as well, I would advise doing that step before the foundation. And then I'm really gonna push that foundation into my skin, and I always find a nice fluffy but dense brush is perfect for this. No swiping motions, just honestly pressing it in and you will see a difference. I really take my time and I do this for ages. I'm really gonna have to tan my hands. Okay, that is much better. Next, let's do bronzer. I sort of switch between doing like concealer first or bronzer first, but I'm gonna take the Jordana T-shirt cream and powder bronzer a little bit later. This is in the shade Golden Hour, and this is the shade that I use when I am tanned. Why I love this product is because it's like a foundation balm, so it's going to give you even more coverage, which is what we want. I want to be a bronze goddess today, and I like to go quite ham on my nose. It's so creamy and so easy to like blend out if you've put a little bit too much on. We will come back to that a bit later. So the concealer that I'm going to use today is the Fine Cosmetics concealer. This is in the shade 14, and I like to use this because it is such a good concealer. Like honestly, it's got such good coverage, it's creamy, it's blendable, it's gorgeous. Obviously they have changed the packaging now, but we are using this one up. So I'm going to be careful around here, but I do like a lot of concealer, so I'm going to take it all the way. And this is why I'm going to do it before blush, because then we can merge them together. But we're going to take it all the way across the nose as well. I'm going to let that settle on the skin for a little bit and dry down and gain some more coverage, because we need as much coverage as we can get. Okay, I'll let that sit for like only a couple of minutes because I'm impatient. Again, optional, but you can carve out your brows like I have if you want to. Okay, so now that is pretty much like 80% blended out, I'm going to take a lighter shade, which is 05, and I'm just going to put this in my inner corner here to really help brighten. And I think I'm going to put a little bit here too. Also, whilst that's drying, I'm going to take the HMB Cosmetics Glossy Skin Blush Tint, which I haven't used these in a while, but this is the 07 shade, and it's a really nice peachy orange tone. Not only is this going to give me a nice warmth to my skin, it's also going to obviously blush me up, and I like to take my blush pretty high up on my face. The more you bring your blush down, the more rounded your face is going to look. So if you've got quite a narrow face and you want to sort of round it off a little bit, then add it more on the apples, but because I've got quite a round face, I don't want to do that. And then I'm just blending out that brighter shade. See how that has just brightened my under eyes so nicely. And then going in again with the MAC Fix Plus. Do this after every single step of your routine, like every layer. So now we've done all the creams, I'm going to go in with a little bit more of this and let that dry. You have to wait until that spray is completely dry, please, because otherwise if you put powders on top of wet skin, it's really going to irritate it and move the makeup around. Whilst that's drying though, I'm going to tell you guys what I'm going to use. So I'm going to take 2 shades of the same powder. This is the Jordana T-shirt Pressed and Loose powder. I've got the shade Half Baked, which is for my face. I've got Pearl Sugar, which is for under my eyes. Because we've done that brightening effect under the eyes, I don't want to then get rid of it with a darker powder. So Half Baked is a little bit more yellow toned here, still quite light, but Pearl Sugar is literally like white, so you can see the difference there. I've chosen this powder because I like to go in with a loose powder, and then near to the end I like to then go in with the pressed powder. So this powder is, how many times am I going to say powder? This is perfect for a full coverage beat face. This is like a UK Baddies full face. Also going to go in with the Jordana T-shirt powder puff. This is like my favourite powder puff. It's just really easy to get in that corner. Also, please let me know if you want to see a affordable like full coverage routine. So a massive tip I can tell you guys, before you set your under eyes, please, and I say it with heart, make sure you blend your creases out and prep the powder puff before you go in. I'm gonna get rid of the creases, and then what you're gonna do is quickly take that powder and set under that eye. I used to go in and set both eyes at the same time, but honestly, this is the best, easiest tip I can give you guys for a flawless under eye. So what I'm going to do, I'll show you on this eye. I'm going to dab the puff in the powder, dab it off on my hand, and then get your concealer brush. See how those creases have come already? I'm going to get rid of that. This mascara is flaking. And go in straight away with the powder. And then I'm also going to set the middle of my forehead with that shade, Pearl Sugar. Okay, so then what I'm going to do is go into Half Baked, which is like a little bit lighter than my skin tone, and I'm going to set the rest of my face. I am focusing mainly on like this area, but I'm a gal who doesn't like to feel sticky. So I am going to set like under here as well, and obviously my forehead, but the forehead is going to be like very minimal because like I said, I do get a little bit dry on my forehead. Okay, this is the point where we start to see it coming together. So we're going to keep that Pearl Sugar shade out for now. Once we've done our bronzer, I'm going to put the pressed powder, and you'll see why I do it in that order. So next we're going to go in with the Jordana T-shirt bronzer again. Honestly, Jordana T-shirt base products are incredible. So this can be quite pigmented, so I am going to dab off quite a bit of that. And I'm just going to go around where we placed that bronzer. And a really good thing about these bronzers is you don't have to like look around for like matching cream and powder bronzers. And always dab. Never swipe like this because you're going to move the product. Just dab. This is such a good powder. So what I'm going to do now is go back into the powder, and I'm going to take the press side, put it in a few times, and this is going to level up your makeup like no tomorrow. I obviously go in and dab that off because it is quite pigmented, and what I do is go right underneath my eye here and brighten that area. And I do this before my blush because here it's like a little bit pasty, so once I've put the blush on, it really helps to merge them together, and this really helps to snatch the nose as well. I actually found this like and a few other Made by Mitchell products that I didn't even know or remember me buying. I didn't even remember buying them, but this is the Grow Your Peach Made by Mitchell like little blush book. Absolutely love this. I think I'm going to go in with, do I go in with this one or the orange? I might go in with the orange. So I think I'm going to go in with this one here. I actually really like the look of this one as well, but I am going to keep on the like bronzy, peachy, orangey vibes. This is called Peaches and Cream. Let's see how pigmented they are, because I think they're going to be pigmented. Yeah. That is so nice. I'm going to make sure to blend that in with the under eye, and then ever so slightly bringing it down. Okay, so what I'm going to go and do now is do my eyebrows, my eyes and my lips, and I'll come back to show you the final result. These eyes and the hair, it's going to look so good. So to set all of this in place, of course I've got to go in with a nice long-lasting setting spray. This is the Fenty one. This is the You Mist Makeup Extending Setting Spray. I'm still testing this out, but I think it's good. I think it's good, guys. I love the smell of that. The gold with the black, with the golden skin, with the wet hair. I am just obsessed. Okay, guys. This is the final look. What do you guys think? Mainly the base, but if you want to see an eye tutorial, go ahead over to my TikTok because it'll be over there. Also, I'm going to be better at doing this. If you've made it this far, pop a wet emoji, like a water emoji in the comments, and a black heart emoji. I'll pop them on the screen here so you know what to comment. That just lets me know that you guys have watched to the end and you are interacting with my videos. Thank you so much to all of you who do. If you want to see more videos like this from me, sharing certain tips and tricks, do let me know in the comments down below. Before you leave though, please consider subscribing to my channel if you want to see more makeup looks, beauty, skincare, hauls, videos from me. Make sure to thumbs up this video as well if you did enjoy. With that being said, I hope you have a lush day or evening wherever you are, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye guys.